I want to pivot.
Pivot. Shit's pivoted.
We need to pivot.
Oh, I'm pivoting. Stop pivoting. Scotty. Who's Scotty?
So you've probably seen by now, Propel have got into the 2-in-1 game with their Pivot series. Today we're going to look at it, take it out, take it for a spin. I'm going to tell you all about its specs, features, and how it rides. Before we ride though, I just want to talk about the fit and finish of the Pivot. I mean, it's no different from their Endeavour series. This thing is just, it's finished off beautifully. You can see the carbon weave in there, and it's got this amazing fade. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the carbon fades out to black. It's, yeah. Before we start the video though, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Scott Davies and I love to review electric skateboards. If at any time during this video you like what you see or you find it informative or entertaining, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you punch that subscribe button as well. But let's start the video. We are out on one of my all-time favorite places to ride in Brisbane. This is the, was it Toombul to Nudgee track. It's just awesome. Nice, smooth, fast, curvy, straight. It's got it all, street riding. And at the end, you've got the reward of a good coffee. So let's jump straight into the Pivot GT review. And let me tell you all about this board. It does come in a non-GT variant. We're not looking at that today. And this one does have the optional light upgrade, and I've also fitted the handle as well. So if you see the lights, they don't come with it. They are extra, but they are worth it. That is 28 miles an hour right there. And the Pivot is doing what it needs to do. It is carvy, stable, fast and fun. Oh, that power. This is a really nicely built 2-in-1 electric skateboard. Wow, I don't ride double kingpin enough. I love this. Oh, the Focklingy is so much smoother than they used to be. Like, you can actually enjoy the braking experience. Oh, look at this path. All right, let's see top speed. That's 31, 32. Oh, it's still climbing a little bit. It's a bit windy, 33. All right, 34 miles an hour. 34. I'll put the kilometers on the screen. I can't do the maths on my head when I'm going that fast. Also, during this video, I am going to do the live draw for the Propel Endeavour S. We haven't done that yet, so some lucky Australian is going to win a brand new Endeavour S shipped to their house. We're going to do that in this video towards the end. All right, super quick, just the boring stuff. The length is 43 inches from nose to the end of the motors. It comes in at 32 pounds from memory. It doesn't feel heavy at all when you're riding or carrying it. It's a really wide deck. I don't have that number on me, but I'm a size 11 US, and it holds my feet absolutely beautifully. We'll talk about the concave and the tubbing very shortly. The trucks, while we're down there, they are 9.25 inches wide, so a reasonably standard size truck. And there really isn't anything that special about them. They are just a good, well-tested double kingpin truck. Super quickly, acceleration test. There's someone coming behind me. We're in pretty full battery. We're in pro mode. 3, 2, 1. Oh, do you see that kick? Yeah. Whoa, bump there, shit, slow down. 25, 26, 27, 30 mile an hour. Woo! Okay, this thing has kick. It is a 70 amp Focklingy or Lingy Fock, whichever way you want to swing it. It is just beautiful. 70 amps. But I reckon they're underselling it. That feels more than 70s. And of course, as I always say, with a whole lot of go, you need a whole lot of woe. So let's test out the brakes. Go a little bit faster than normal today. This Focklingy ESC is pretty powerful, so I think it's gonna have a pretty good result. Now, because it is lingy, it is adjustable, so we've got the brakes set on Pro mode or Pro level. Just gonna come along here, get up to about 20 mile an hour, get past this jogger. I haven't done a full brake on this yet, so it could throw me off, or it could disappoint me. Let's find out. So that's 20 mile an hour right there, and let's slam on the brakes in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so wheel lock up, and I did slip the belts a little bit. I need to adjust those. Okay, super strong brakes, really nice. You can make them smoother if you want by adjusting them. And the other cool thing about the lingy or the Focklingy is it locks the brake as well. So what I mean by that is if you come to stop on an incline, come to a complete stop, hop on the board, I've got that brake lock now. It's really hard to move. So you can actually sit on a medium to gentle incline and the board won't roll. Let's talk about the battery really quickly, because the battery is another area that this board is excelling or exceeding, I think, a lot of people's expectations. It's a 12S4P, nothing new there, right? It's 864 watt hours, but it still has a really good discharge rate, and that's normally unheard of. They're using the new Samsung 50S cells. So these are a 5,000 milliamp cell, but they have a really big capacity. So with the 12S4P, you're still getting over 800 watt hours in battery size, which is incredible. Again, for a board that only weighs 14.5 kilos, that's a big deal. This is a big deal for a 2-in-1 carbon fiber board to have good discharge rate, a 70 amp Focklingy ESC, and still gonna get insane range. Okay, quick cut to the office. I just noticed I left one important bit out, so excuse the poor audio. I'm just recording this as I'm editing the Pivot GT video. I didn't talk about the wireless battery design. This is the first time Propel's done this. It's a new BCPA design. Basically that means is it's now a wireless battery pack. So you've just got one beautifully made molded battery pack where all the cells are in there with no wires, so it's a lot more shock resilient, and there's just a lot less to go wrong in that pack. So those 50S's, those Samsung cells, are now just oh, it's very blue, my goodness, are now just all working together with a lot less, or with no wires for things to go wrong. So awesome design, and I think there's very few companies that do this. These are definitely the only guys at this price point. Just before we go too much further and we leave the shadow, I want to show you the front headlight. It's not going to really show off how good it is now during the day, but you can hold down this button and the lights turn on. These are super bright. I think they're the same lights that are on the new Endeavour GT. And so they're extra, like I said at the beginning, they're extra. They don't come with the board. The tail light does though. So once you've turned those lights on, it blinks. Cyclist coming. Sorry. Once you've turned those lights on, the backlight blinks. When you brake, it goes solid to warn people behind you, you are stopping. Also, just to clarify, these don't hit the wheels. No matter how hard you carve, they get very close, but they've been designed not to hit. I can't go any further than that. I've got like 3 or 4 mil. It's close, but they do not hit. All right. All right, sharp little corner coming up. Let's test out these Fock brakes. Brake, carve, look for cars crossing and across. Woo, a little bit dusty there. Slow down a bit. Could be cyclists coming my way. Oh, through the tunnel. Here we go. Through the forest. Cyclists coming. Oh, almost lost it. Almost lost it and got run over by a truck at the same time. Whew, that would have been bad luck. All right, let's talk about their deck because it's got some new technology in it. I don't know if they've made up this name or it's actually in the industry, but it's BVR, Bad Vibes Reduction. Sounds like a 70s Fleetwood Mac song, I know. But it works. So carbon fiber, big complaint is vibrations. This thing has a whole heap of different little layers and bits inside it. You can actually feel the difference. And I'm not just making that up. I'm not just saying that for the video. I challenge anyone to ride the Pivot GT or Pivot S and not say they can feel a difference in the vibrations. I'll put a picture on the screen because I cannot remember everything that's in there, but you'll see a picture. I'll put it over me actually so you can see it fully. Pause it if you want to read it fully. But the technology that they've put into the deck, along with the shape, it's uncanny. It's smooth, it's comfortable. Carbon fiber, you usually get a bit of a, I call it a hum, bit of a vibration through your feet. This, nothing. Feels really lovely. Obviously there's no flex. Oh man, that power, I keep forgetting how good that power is. Obviously there's no flex. That's 34 miles an hour. Obviously there's no flex, but there's no vibrations either. The BVR, the Bad Vibes Reduction, is doing its job. And it's good, it's really good. All right, let's pull up here, let's get a coffee and let's do the live draw for the winner of the Propel Endeavour S. All right, so we stopped for a quick coffee and to do the live draw of the Propel Endeavour S. Just remember, if you don't know, you need to be in Australia to win this. This is an Australia only competition. It's because they need to make room for all the pivots that are currently in transit, or maybe they've already arrived, to their warehouse here in Australia. So Propel said, hey, why don't we give a board away? And I was like, I'm sure my Australian viewers, subscribers will love that. So let's hit record on the screen. Let's do that right now. Okay, it is recording. I've already put the link in. We've already done the number to get it to run properly. Hit start. Hopefully you can see that. I'll also put it on the screen so you know I'm not doing any cheating. And Paul Dooley. So Paul Dooley, Mount Lofty and Adelaide Hills, rip up some fire trails. Love your work, Scott. So Paul, send me an email. My email is in the description, or reach out to me on Instagram, whatever way works. We'll do a quick ID challenge to make sure it's definitely you, and we'll get Propel to ship you out a brand new Endeavour S next week, I guess. So congratulations, Paul. We've got more giveaways coming as well. We still have to do the draw for the Meepo Envy. So if you haven't already gone on the draw for that, that's a worldwide giveaway. I'm going to draw that next week. So if you haven't already, go find that video. It's, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. Watch the video, do what you need to do to go on entry. Don't miss out. But for now, Paul Dooley, congratulations, mate. You've just won a brand new electric skateboard from Propel. Congratulations. I'm going to finish this coffee and then we're going to continue the review. It's windy and it's hilly, but it is a lot of fun. Wow, the acceleration. Tell you what, this thing is so fast and fun, it's crazy. Cyclists. This board is a lot of fun to ride. And for the price, it's insanely good value. Morning. It's crazy to think that you can get the S of this for $799 American, of course. This is $12.99 American. Whoa! Thrusters engaged. Oh man, I'm having a ball today. Look at this thing go. Oh God. All right, Pivot gets the tick of approval. Couple more things I want to talk about. And one thing that I thought was an opportunity, but again, Propel proved me wrong, surprised me, and I was literally writing my script out, and I was like, ah, guys, oversight. I'll explain in a minute. First and go. Getting down low. These double kingpin trucks are really stable for double kingpin. Yeah. So you like the cyclist, the path's pretty skinny. All right, now let's talk about the wheels on the Pivot GT and S, because in true Propel form, they're a work of art. Like, you could take these off, hang them on the wall, and yeah, they're just pretty. Look at them. 155mm. It's their custom Bravia CNC milled hubs. They're just really lovely. They look nice. They're lightweight. They're running the Sunmate tires on them, and they're performing really well. Out of the box, no balancing required, no wobble at all, which, as you probably know, with any pneumatic, no balancing required, massive, massive tick. All right, next thing is the look of the board and the grip tape. Such a refreshing design, not hexagons, not solid grip tape, really beautiful. I don't know, almost looks like water or waves. Really, really pretty grip tape, and again, well thought out. Now, what was the opportunity that I thought I had identified, and I still kind of have? It's a deal, but it's not a big deal, if that makes sense. It's less of a big deal now that I've done my research before I open my mouth, but I'm still gonna say it. There's no pre-cut holes in the grip tape to open up the enclosure. That annoys me. Like, it's so pretty, and if you need to get in there, it's gonna look all crappy. But here's the big positive. Before you jump on going, oh, what an oversight. Here's the cool thing. They've designed it that you can actually access the ESC from underneath. Not the battery, but the ESC. When I asked them about this, looking at their research, their warranty claims and so on, what goes wrong, it's almost always, like, huge number, 90-point-something%, it's the ESC. So they chose to go for a really, really pretty board and make this accessible from the bottom. For me, that's very, very smart. All right, last test before we do the wrap up, just a gentle hill climb. Can it make it? Well, I already know it can. It's fairly steep here, not too bad, probably 20%, but we're not even on full acceleration. This thing just flies up. That 70 amp ESC does deliver really nice power mixed with those Samsung 50S cells. Oh, big gap. The board, yeah, it's got really nice capability. The end, my battery is almost flat on the GoPro. The board, we've still got well over half, and we've done over 20K today. 6374 motors, 50 S cells, 12 S4V, 864 watt hour battery, 70 amp Fock-Lingy ESC, multi-layer carbon fiber deck with bad vibe reduction technology, BVR. I love that. Sounds like a Rodell book. Beautiful wheels, amazing power. awesome customer service, bottom accessible ESC. I love that, I really do. If it cuts out because the battery's gone flat, so I'll say skate safe, wear a helmet now. The board is really well made. At $12.99 for the GT or $7.99 for the S, it's hard to go wrong, honestly. Also, Scott D is a discount code. It is an affiliate code. If you choose to use it, it will give you a discount and it helps support the channel. So if you choose to use it, thank you very much. Super windy, you can probably hardly hear me now, so let's end the video. Propel Pivot GT, awesome board. Thank you so much for watching. Chuck your comments and questions down below, and we'll see you on the next video. Skate safe, wear a helmet. Yoo! Oh, it's still got kick. The battery's probably flat, but I'm just gonna keep riding. Oh, look at this. Look at this path. I have got the best job in the world right now. That's 30 miles an hour. And those 50 SLs are just delivering no or very little sag. Oh, the double kingpin truck. La Carvey. But that's it. Have a great day.